Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And we are officially welcoming you to the University of Ghana Business School and to our information session. So the purpose of this meeting is just to give the applicants or you, our esteemed guests, a chance to get in touch with our coordinators of the various programs, get to know more about the programs that you'd want to do. And then for those of you who have not decided on what you want to do, at least from the information that you get to hear today, be able to make a decision as to what to do. And thank you guys so much for joining us, as I said. And we are sorry for the delay in starting the program. So to kick off things, we would have a presentation from the School of Graduate Studies, and then we'll be hearing from Mr. Christopher Arthur from Graduate School. He's going to give us a presentation on our application process. A lot of you have bought the vouchers, you are filling the forms, but there are some basic things that you need to know when you are filling the form. That's why sometimes when you have delays, you don't know what is happening. So Chris is here. He's going to guide you as to what you need to do, the do's and the don'ts when it comes to the form filling. Then you'll be able to get your admissions on time, and then all the frustrations and all the stresses will end. So let's listen to Mr. Arthur. Christopher, please, if you are here with us.
Okay, thank you, Marjorie. Good afternoon, everybody. Do you hear me, please? Hello? Hello?
Hi. Yeah, we do.
Okay. All right.
We do. Thank you.
Okay. So, like Marjorie said, this is just some few tidbits to guide us in filling application forms, the do's and don'ts. So without wasting much time, when you are applying, when you are filling the application form, you ensure that the name on the application matches that on the certificate you are using to apply. So you arrange the names correctly, surname, first name, and other names. We are having a lot of issues with names. So I'm stressing that let's be careful about the names. Maiden name is for women who have married. Okay. So sorry, there was a technical hitch. So like I was saying, you arrange the names correctly as appears on the form, surname, first name, other names. Arrange them correctly. Maiden name is for women who have married only and are using their husband's names. So maiden name refers to the previous name you are using. We've come to realize that a lot of people do not understand what maiden name is. And men are even failing that portion, maiden name, putting some other names or their mother's names there. Please, maiden name does not refer to your mother's name or some other name. It is for a woman who was Ochre and now Mrs. Annan. So Ochre becomes the maiden name. So let's take note of that. No abbreviations in the names. So please, avoid the abbreviations. You have to expand all your names. And then note that every name that you input is going to appear on your certificate. So if you make a mistake with your name, that mistake is going to appear on your certificate. And note again that once you enter your name into the system, you don't go back to do any corrections, and your admission letter is issued. You cannot do any change of name again. You cannot do any change of name. So please note that. So be sure of the name you are inputting. Now, in applying, again, you have to upload your birth certificate. A gazette where the name is different from the name on the certificate you are using. You may have married or something. Something might have happened along the line and your name has changed. Please, you have to add gazette and a national ID to the application documents. Otherwise, you will not be cleared. So you key in your correct date of birth, your email address, your phone number and address as well. And then you upload a recent photograph, because should there be any virtual congregation, that photo may be used. And the same photo will be used for your ID cards. So you upload a clear, recent, nice photograph. And for those who have to provide referees or recommendations, please provide correct email addresses. If you are bringing a certificate from another country that speaks any other language apart from English, then you have to have those documents translated. You may do so at modern languages at a fee. So if it's a French certificate, if it's a Chinese certificate, whatever thing, you have to have that translated. You have to ensure that the documents are scanned to the correct visible sizes and formats. Do not upload documents in upside down mode. Some of you have been, uploading it upside down, making reading very difficult. And some too appear in some formats. They're too small to see what is there. You cannot read. Please, let's ensure that we do that in a visible format. Once you begin a program at UG, let's take note of this, because this is also an issue that is coming up quite often. Once you begin a program at UG, you shall not enroll in another program, either in UG or any other university within or outside Ghana, if you have not graduated without the express permission of the Vice Chancellor. It's long. Let me explain this. Some of you enroll on regular programs, let's say MSc or MBA, weekend. And then they start MA, sandwich. So they vacate on this program, and then the vacation period is for sandwich. They do that. It's double registration. When you are caught, the sanction is that you lose all your studentship. All the money you paid would have gone waste. If you have not graduated, if you are doing master MPhil, you submit your thesis for examination, it doesn't mean that you have completed, because there are 3 possible results that will come out from the examination. It could be a pass, a referral, or a fail. We don't know yet, so you have not finished. When the thesis has come from examination and you are making corrections, you have not still finished, so you cannot enroll on another program. When you have finished and submitted your final thesis, you have not still finished, you cannot enroll on another program if you have not asked for permission from the Vice Chancellor. Your program is completed only when you have been duly graduated. So let's take note of that. So reasons why some of us, the applications are not cleared. These are some of the reasons. 1, when the name of the certificate does not match that in the application documents, and there are no legal instruments backing the different names, like gazettes, birth certificate or something, your application will not be cleared. So you'll be there, you think you've applied, you'll be waiting and waiting and waiting. You don't know why. It's because of the name. The names don't match. When it is found that the applicant is already enrolled in another program for which they have not been graduated. So like I just said, if you have not graduated on one program and you want to start another program, it could be starting from, you may have the first program in business school and want to start another one in economics or African studies or whatever. If we find out, your application will not be cleared. When the application documents are invisible, untranslated, or insufficient. So if your application documents, the way you scanned it, we cannot see it, we need to see to verify things before you are cleared. So if you cannot see anything, we cannot verify anything. And so you cannot be cleared. If your documents are not translated, of course, we speak only English here. If it's in German, if it's in Chinese, and we cannot understand it, we cannot clear you. Or the documents you are to attach are insufficient, you will not be cleared as well. So these are some few tidbits I want to post. If there are any questions, welcome them. Thank you. Marjorie.
Hello, Chris. Thank you so much, Mr. Dufuata. So please, do you have any questions for him? Do you have any questions? Okay. I think, Chris, you did an excellent job. I don't think there are any questions. So then we will quickly move on to the next item. And that's going to be a presentation on, we'll give some general information on our UGBS sandwich programs. So for that, we would have Professor Mahmood. Yes. Oh, okay. I saw recommendations. Referees. Okay, Chris, I think there's a question for you.
I saw recommendations. Are all our fees supposed to? Based on the requirements of the program, if the department requires that all referees provide some recommendation, then you have to do that. So for business school, I don't know much about their departmental requirements. So you just go according to what the department requires or the school requires. Okay, there's Marianne Sapon. Marianne Sapon.
Yes. I want to know, how will you know your application is still it hasn't been cleared? Because these things you are talking about, I mean, it's supposed to have been there before we start filling the forms. So now that we fill the forms, how will I know that my application hasn't been cleared? Because so I have an issue.
Okay, when your application is cleared, you get some prompts. So that will first tell you that you've been admitted. Your application is cleared. You get some a prompt, and then
in the form of SMS, email, or what?
It comes it's like a link. So you see a provisional letter. So if you are there and you are not seeing it, you think you know the date, application date, but nothing is happening. Then you may want to make a follow-up. We see such students come here a lot. You make follow-up and then you come and we check it's not cleared. And then we know that, oh, this is the problem. Sometimes we would have, department may have recommended, but we may not have cleared here. Sometimes it may not always be that there was a problem, but then the numbers are many, some may fall through. So when you are there and you are not getting it, then you have to make a follow-up. But for those of us who delegate others to do for us, that is where the danger lies greatly. You have to go back and check what the people did. So that
okay, thank you very much, Chris. I think we have some few more questions. There's a question from Jay Ano. Please, what are all the documents as are expected to be please, what are all the documents that are expected to be uploaded before the application is considered complete?
the document, you need your certificate. So yes, you need the undergraduate certificate. That is a must. If you have to attach recommendations, then you have to attach recommendation to it. If for those of us who did undergrad here, you are not to attach a transcript, but those of us coming from other universities, you have to attach a transcript to your application. And then I bought the e-voucher from Ecobank, but I have not been able to use the PIN and serial number. It keeps popping up as invalid. This was it. Okay, so for SASU, you bought a voucher. So I suggest you visit the student account for that to be reconciled. Meritamaklo affidavit of change of name, which has not been gazetted. No, change of name must be gazetted. So affidavit is not acceptable. If you change your name, it must be gazetted. So we accept only gazette, and we accept it at the point of application. Once the name enters the system, you will not change again. You'll be advised to attach the gazette to whatever documents you are sending out.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. I think we have some people who have lifted their hands as well. So I'd invite Courage to ask us questions. And I think for the rest of them in the chat, you can respond to them directly as well. So let's quickly go through. And then we have Courage, we have Signs, and then we have Osei and Ponsa Emmanuel. So Courage, please go ahead. Courage, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Courage, are you there? Okay, then let's move on to Science.
Hello.
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 Yeah, hello.
My name is Isaac. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please, I want to know for the MSc International Business, whether lectures are organized on weekends.
And that one, Marjorie will be the best person to answer.
So please, Science, we in our next presentation that Prof. Mahmoud is coming to give us, you get all the information. So Mr. Arthur is just here to answer any questions related to the applications that you've just filled, the application forms you've just filled. So once he's done with that, in the subsequent presentations we are doing, he gets the answers to all your questions. Is that okay?
Okay, then let him ask a question in respect to the application. I want to know whether the names and contact numbers of the referees are enough to complete the application.
Yes, the names, the contacts. Yeah, that's why I mentioned email address, everything that we will need, any information that will be needed to be able to contact the referee. That will be enough.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the next thing we are about to do is to get a general information of the programs that we have at the University of Ghana Business School. And so to do that for us, we have in the person of Professor Mahmoud Abdullahi Mahmoud. He also serves as the coordinator for MSc International Business, and then MA Marketing Strategy. So he will give us a general overview of whatever we need to know about this whole sandwich program. And then we can ask our subsequent questions as time goes on. So Professor Mahmood will join us now.
Raphael Odum. He did not mention his name, so I've mentioned his name. Well, I'm here to give general information about the sandwich program. And before I talk about what is on the slides, I had a question about how do you get to know whether you've been cleared or not. Apart from the answer that you got, we have various coordinators for the programs, and they are monitoring the admission portal. Those who have not been cleared, we call them. Your contact numbers are there so that we tell you the reason why your application is not clear. And the portal is still open, so you can always go back. Some of you, maybe the documents you uploaded, I don't know for what reason, is not opening, or you might have changed your name, or some other reasons. I heard, for instance, if you enroll into a program in UG, for some reason you did not complete, and you abandoned the program, and you are coming back to UG, the system will pick it up. And because of you are coming into two programs, you have a problem. So there are various reasons why people applications are not cleared. But as I said, coordinators are on the ground. Try as much as possible to get in touch, to get back to applicants. And as you have also put in the application, try to reach out to the department so that we'll give you an update what is going on. So I'm supposed to do general information so that we can pick it up from the various programs. So this is a one-year master's program, and sandwich is not, we have another one-year program which is normally spread over the whole year, but the sandwich is a compact program. So it is not something that is relaxed where you do it on a weekly basis. No, we don't do it that way. It comes in between the two semesters, and that's why they call it sandwich. So usually it's a very compact one, and you do one semester in 1 year, in a particular year, like 2023, you do one semester. And when you go into 2024, you do another semester and you are done. Usually very compressed. But there are other one-year programs that are spread over the semester. Maybe if a semester is 13 weeks, then that one is spread over, but sandwich is not like that. So this is going to be the outline of my presentation. We'll talk about the University of Ghana Business School, why you need to choose us, and then the programs that are available, the duration, and the lecturers and fees, as well as general questions that you may have. We'll try to tackle that. For some of you, you are already familiar with this structure. That is our graduate school. The business school, the premier business school in Ghana. Originally, the name was School of Administration. Those of you who have school here for long, we had only one block at the main campus. But today we have another block on the UPSA road along the Legon-Medina stretch. You can find it on your right-hand side, depending on the direction that you are coming from. So this is where we have our graduate programs. And when we talk of graduate programs, we are talking of all the master's programs and then the up to PhD level. That is where we handle our master's program. And over there, the lecture halls are very spacious. And also there is library space and all sorts of facilities that you can think of. Computer lab and everything, we have it over there. The parking space is very spacious. So that is the structure there. And those of you who are already familiar with it, well, if you come in, if you're going to have an in-person lecture, this is where you will have your lecture. Thank you very much. So the vision is to become a world-class business school, developing global leaders. And we are living up to this vision. If you look at our products all over, I'll come to that. We are actually impacting within the country and outside the country. We have developed a lot of people. And also our mission is to develop quality human resource capacity and leaders through the provision of world-class management education and relevant cutting-edge research to meet national and global development needs. So in fact, we are actually sure that we live up to this kind of vision and mission that we carve for ourselves. And this is clear from the research output of faculty within, and also, as I said, the caliber of human resource that we have developed out there and even within. So why choose us? Yes, we are pioneer. All others will pick from us. And that is why you must choose us. Whatever is happening within the country and beyond, the sub-region, and even at the international level, others pick from us. We are the pace setters. So if you want, that is why you must come into the business school. We also focus on developing world-class human resource and capabilities to meet national development needs and global challenges. So not just within the country, but we're also developing capacities that will go beyond just the shores of Ghana. I know products of UG who are now faculty in UK. So we are proud of ourselves that we are not just, but all this will lead to the development of this nation. And this is achieved through quality teaching, the learning, the research, and knowledge dissemination. UGBS is also a member of reputable international networks of business schools across the globe. Some of these, maybe you might not be familiar, but if you say you have accreditation for AAC SB, it means that you have some accreditation, you are recognized globally, you belong to this kind of business schools. We also belong to the GNAM, and GNAM is Global Network for Advanced Management and Management. Then we also belong to the AABS, which is Association of African Business Schools. We also belong to that. So we are accredited not just locally, not just our national accreditation board here, but globally, we are also recognized as a school. And that is why you must be with us. Another opportunity students have when they come to UGBS, we have collaborators in North America, Europe, Asia. So you have the opportunity to travel out. And our study tours are not just for fun only, but a lot of knowledge. And I saying this, I can testify, I've been part of a team of the school that have led students to Europe, and it's really making a lot of impact on their lives of what they are doing. So when you come here, yes, you go on study tour, we have fun, but at the same time, we learn. Yes, so as I said, yes, you can organize study tours to United States, China, United Kingdom, and Denmark. And this will enhance your career opportunities. This will enhance your career and networking as well. As you go out there, you are not just going to, you'll be able to network, your network expansion will grow. Now, let me come to UGBS. Maybe because you are not within, unless maybe you have school here before. But when we talk of the University of Ghana Business School, we really have many departments. We are operating under departments because it's a school. So under school, you have departments. We have 6 departments here. And I can say some of the departments are even, so it can be more, but currently, officially, this is what the university recognized, that we have 6 departments. The first department is Department of Accounting. Then we have Department of Finance. We have Department of Marketing and Entrepreneurship. Then we have Department of Operations and Management Information Systems. We have Department of Organization and Human Resource Management. And then we have Department of Public Administration and Health Services Management. So clearly you can see, apart from the first 2 departments, even the finance used to be Department of Finance and Banking. Okay, more or less, that is what goes on there. So clearly, we are not just limited to these 6 departments. If you come in, you want to be in the area of entrepreneurship, you have an opportunity to do that. And as well as if you look at the operations and management, so these are 2. Anytime you see the "and," it tells you that this is 2 in 1 department. So currently, officially, this is what we have in the school, 6 departments. Okay, so we also have a unit called the Executive Development Courses. Those ones, we develop short courses. There are short courses that are also available in the school. If you don't want to come and spend a year to obtain a degree, and you want to come and spend maybe a week or 2 to acquire a specific knowledge, we are able to do that for you as well. So apart from the 1-year programs, the 2-year programs at the graduate level, we also have short courses, which is handled by our EDS unit. In terms of faculty and staff, we have experienced staff as well as the faculty. Most of our faculties these days, we have professors. We have professors. There is nothing like full professor. So professors, we all our faculty are PhD holders. And as I said, we also have experienced staff who have worked within the university setting, and they are very qualified to handle your issues. In terms of alumni, we have a lot of alumni out there. Those of them who are in the political cycles, I may not want to put it. So clearly, this slide, I've decided to pick people who are not in the political arena, but we have a lot of alumni out there. So number 1 I have on this list, Mrs. Francis Edu Mante, board chairperson, APSA Bank, Kweku Ofosu Asare, alumni president and chairman of local organizing committee for the 2023 African Games. Then Mrs. Patience Echianu, group CEO, Hollard Insurance, Dr. Gibrin Adam, CEO, Lego Mall, Major General Andor, Chief of Staff, Bema Camp, Mr. Anthony Sapong, KPMG, senior partner, and then Asad Nazir, CEO, Silver Star. So these are some of our alumni out there, but as I said, we have a lot of them out there, some in political circles who are known to you and others. Our programs also focus on developing students that aspire to be business leaders. Students complete research projects which enables them acquire critical analytical skills. So when you come into the graduate programs, there is no way, we don't exempt you from doing the research so that you can gain some analytical skills. So at least when you come into a sandwich program, you do what we call long essay. You do a long essay. That will help your analytical skills. We also produce high achieving and successful individuals in every sphere of management endeavor and has links and strategic partners with the business community. Okay, we also increase number of foreign students and international affiliation with the schools. So we also have foreign students within our school. Now, let me come to the programs that we offer here. I know this is a graduate level, so BSc Admin, well, some of you probably have obtained that, but because it's a general information, I'm just giving, we do the undergrad, which is BSc Administration, and all the departments, they have students in this BSc Admin. When you come into our BSc program, the first 2 years, you have no specialty until you get to the third year. And that is where you branch to all the areas that I enumerated earlier. If you want to go to finance, banking, you want to go to insurance, you want to go to marketing or entrepreneurship, people have the opportunity. We also have the BA program. The BA program is where our students are able to do other courses apart from the business school. They take maybe psychology and some marketing, or they take sociology and finance, or economics and marketing. That is what we call the BA admin. So we have that program, and that is just the undergraduate level. Now with the master's program, we have the MBA. The MBA this time around, we run the regular MBA for those who want to come from Monday to Friday. We also have the weekend MBA, those who come from Friday to Saturday. And we also have the Master of Public Administration, which is run the same like the MBA, the regular, as well as the weekend version of it. Then we talk of the Master of Arts, the Master of Arts program, like my program, MA Marketing Strategy. Okay, so that is run within the what? The sandwich. And then we also have the Executive Master of Business Administration, and that is done in the evening. And all the various options are also available. Entrepreneurship, marketing, HR, the Executive MBA, finance, accounting is run in the evenings. Then we also have the Master of Philosophy programs. The Master of Philosophy programs are meant for those who want to be in research, who want to do intensive research. So that is run for 2 years. And all our departments run the Master of Philosophy programs. And then we train students, those who want to be in academia, as well as research area, whether it is in the corporate world, you may be in the corporate, in the research department, in the corporate world. So MPhil will also be suitable for you. And normally MPhils, whoever comes into the MPhil program, they have the ambition of proceeding into the doctoral program. Today, the business school, as we say, is the premier business school. We now run doctoral program, Doctor of Philosophy in all the departments. In all the departments, we have doctorate students, and the numbers have grown significantly. So, and let me say, those of you coming into this program, once you obtain a sandwich master's degree, you are qualified to enroll into a doctoral program. It depends on your capacity. Once you have the capacity, so once you're able to obtain our sandwich master's degree, you can also use it to apply for a doctorate program. Then there are 2 years, the executive MBA is 2 years. The executive MBA is 2 years, and this is in the evenings. And then the MBA and then the public administration, the Master of Public Administration, that one has regular, and regular means that you come for lectures from Monday to Friday. And it has a weekend, you come for lectures from Friday to Saturday. So I have talked about this, but just an emphasis on it. Then we have also 1 year programs. Some of these 1 year programs, as I said, that one is run for the 13 weeks. It's run for 13 weeks. So MSc Development Finance, MA Management and Administration, MSc Accounting and Finance, MSc Procurement and Supply Chain Management. So these ones are not sandwich programs. When we say 1 year, it means that you do a 2 semester, the regular semester, first semester and second semester when school is in session. When school is in session, this is how you go about that one. So when it comes to the sandwich, it doesn't run the 13 weeks. it comes in between the first semester and the second semester. So you do one semester, say, let's say for 2023, when you come and do one semester, then you come back in 2024 and do another semester. This is what we call the sandwich. And these are the sandwich programs. And as when we started, it was like it was 3 weeks, then the lectures was covered, because you were to spend 21 days and you were not to miss any lecture to cover that. But COVID came and things have changed. So now we run it for 6 weeks. And these are the programs that are run in the sandwich program. We have MSc Accounting and Finance. We have MSc Financial Risk Management, MSc International Business, and that is what I coordinate. And then MSc Clinical Leadership and Governance. We have MSc Hospitality and Tourism Management. We have MSc Procurement and Supply Chain Management. Then we also have MA Marketing Strategy, and that's what I coordinate as well. And then we have MA Organizational Leadership and Governance, and then we have MA Public Sector Management. So these are sandwich, and the application portal is still open. And as we are speaking, if you have some challenges, you can still go back into the system and rectify what the issues are. And also, you can encourage others to put in their applications. The deadline is 24th of what? February. So we have some few days for it to close. So in terms of the 1 year, the sandwich is conducted over 2 semesters. I've explained this. Flexible timetables, which enable students to manage work, family, and other duties. 6 weeks of teaching per semester, Monday to Saturdays, and then Sundays. And let me say, these Mondays to Saturdays, we try as much as possible to do the lectures after close of work. And then we do a lot of lectures on the weekend. So 6 weeks, then the sandwich lectures are delivered. We are, in terms of lectures, we are looking at from March 15th to April 23rd. This is when we'll have the sandwich lectures, if there are no any other challenges. And the examination period will be from May 1st to May 21st, 2023 for the sandwich program. So you can take note of this date if you want to enroll into this. And then in terms of our requirement, the general requirement, at first it used to be second lower. Now the University Council, Academic Board has made it possible for, even if you have 3rd class, you are qualified to enroll into these programs with some experience. So your department will consider your experience as well. So 3rd class, minimum of 3rd class degree is also accepted into the sandwich programs. For you to get your application voucher, you can look at Zenith Bank, UNB, EcoBank, the EcoBank, Republic Bank, Consolidated Bank, ADB, GCB Bank, and Fidelity Bank. You can get the e-voucher, go online and apply. So once you get an e-voucher, you can do your application. And as I said, the portal is still open until 24th of this month. In terms of the foreign students, the foreign students, you go in for 110 USD. So these are the links. These are the links for you to access the form to be able to do the filling. Then our deadline, as I keep on saying, is 24th of February. We expect that even if you still have some challenges, you go in, you can still go back. The portal is still open and we will help you to sort out things. These are the fees. For the sandwich programs, the semester is 11,559 Ghana cedis. The same, it applies to the, I'm not sure EMBA and MBA applicants, these are mainly sandwich, is that it? So what is important for you is the 11,559. That's what you'll be paying for semester. You can put the two together and just pay outright. It means that you are done with the course You only wait to pick your certificate at the end of the day. That is if you pass all your courses. So you put the 2 semester fees together and just pay it, and you know that you are going to get your master's degree at the end of the day. International students, you will pay $3,700 per semester, and this hasn't changed. It still remains. So if you are an international student, this is the amount that you will pay. Let me also say, in terms of our teaching mode, it's going to be hybrid. It's going to be hybrid. And COVID and other factors have changed a lot of things. So we will, like what we are going through, we are able to, have this conversation through online. So lectures will also be in the same manner. But at least 1 or 2 lectures. So we are looking at in-person and online is going to be a combination, and depending on the lecturer and the student arrangement. So we allow that flexibility so that you can be wherever you are and attend the lectures. But let me stress, examination, as we can see it on the screen, it says what? In person, just to ensure that we are getting, degrees that we can really say that, no, we did not pick it on the silver platter, we really work for it. So our examinations will be in person. Let's take note of that. Thank you, and I wait for your questions and comments, contributions for us to deliberate more. Thank you very much. Okay, you want me to just... Okay, so there is another opportunity for me to say something. All the sandwich programs, we have coordinators. And as I indicated, I coordinate 2 programs. I'm the coordinator for MSc International Business and MA Marketing Strategy program. I'm going to talk about these 2 programs. First of all, I'll start with the IB program. There are some information that cut across the 2 programs. So maybe let me rather talk about the information that will cut across the 2 programs. Our target audience for the 2 programs, whether you are in the public sector or private sector, you can enroll, depending on how you want to deepen your knowledge in business, in international business or marketing strategies. So if you are in the public sector and you want to deepen your knowledge in international business or the private sector, you can enroll. If you're also in the private sector or public sector and you want to deepen your understanding of marketing or marketing strategy, then you can also enroll into the MA Marketing Strategy program. So let me zero into the international business program, some of the courses that you will encounter as you come into the program. And one other thing that cuts across the 2 programs is the concentrated nature that we treat these courses. It's not like the regular MBA or EMBA program. Normally, when you enroll into those programs, they will take you through a lot of other courses, requirements that you need to fulfill before you can graduate or you will be able to do your specific area. But you see, the nature of this sandwich program is that we zoom in into the area that you have decided to do your program in. If you want to do international business, all the courses, they are related to international business. If you want to do MA marketing strategy, it's going to be marketing issues from day 1, from the semester 1 you start. We're not going to let you go and do some university core courses or UGBS. No, that is not it. We are just, so that makes the core difference between this sandwich program. And I tell you that there are people who have finished 2 years EMBA programs, MBA programs, and they have found it useful coming back to do the sandwich programs because of the concentrated nature, the rich nature of the programs. And people who have been here, they've never regretted. So let me say in IB, some of the courses you will encounter include current issues in international business, current issues in international business environment, and then the research methods in international business, advanced entrepreneurship, business advocacy, government business relationship. business advocacy and government business relationship, customer service management, accounting and financial management, global sourcing, purchasing and supply chain management. Global sourcing, purchasing and supply chain management. Global perspectives of corporate social responsibility and ethics, global perspectives of it, and then global strategic management issues and perspectives, technology and innovation in business, international entrepreneurship and export management, seminar in international business, your special topics in international business, which we call the long essay, the global marketing, managing international trade, global financial markets, Chinese, French, and Spanish. So these days, once you have a language, you have a plus. So we are mindful of what's going on in the global arena. So we also want to introduce you to some foreign language so that you'll be able to gain some advantage. Another program that we have, which is scoring, we call it Global Management Practices. That one, those who come into the IB program, the aim is, that's an international program, is to take you out. So some of our students have been to Denmark, Aalborg, and we are hoping. And that one, you go out there, and when you come back, you are going to, it's scoring. You just, you go, you have some lectures there. You also have some fun at the end of the day. When you come back, we'll score. So we have that one, that short period stay, which you go out there, and we call it Global Management Practices. So if you enroll, you have the opportunity to travel out there. Now, in terms of the months, before I conclude on this international business, a student visited me this afternoon to my office, and he said he has been assigned to me to supervise him. He is a regular MBA student. And one thing, when I interacted with him, what I observed, we now live in a global village, which is a fact we all know. So when you start a business, don't just think our Ghanaian environment alone. Think outside as well. You may be able to source, think widely. You have opportunities out there. And after, it's also coming to integrate Africa, where we have to trade among ourselves. And international business will be very, very important. And you cannot, without the capabilities, I don't think you can go out there and succeed. Some people are afraid to go out because they don't believe in themselves. But if you equip yourself with the knowledge of international business, I think you can go out there comfortable and you'll be able to do business very well. So the gentleman actually, he said he's getting his goods from Turkey and other things. He has partners now, but he started with zero capital. I was amazed. In fact, when he told me his story, he started with zero capital. But today, he's doing so well. So that is where not certain strategies. Some of the courses that you will encounter are strategic entrepreneurship, marketing strategy, marketing research strategy, human resource management, strategic marketing management, electronic marketing strategy, relationship marketing strategy, marketing of financial services, sports marketing strategy, integrated marketing communication, international marketing strategy, seminar presentations, advanced strategic management, social marketing, special topics in marketing, brands management, tourism marketing, and political marketing. Some of these courses, you will not find them in regular MBA. And those of you who have acquired MBA already, maybe from here or elsewhere, you realize that some of these courses are not found in the traditional marketing courses. So these are the plus, the concentrated nature, and you are not coming to do, UGBS-wise courses, but rather focus on what you are coming to do for the 1 year period. On this note, I think I have added my version, and that is the two programs that I coordinate. I coordinate the MSc International Business and then the MA Marketing Strategy. I'm the coordinator. And then students who have issues, I think I've called some of you to advise you what to do to make sure that your application is clear, and then you can go ahead and do your payment before we recommend you and give you the official admission letter. So that's another information for you. The admission letters that we are sending to you is a provisional admission letter. So when you get it, you go and do the payment, quickly alert us. Maybe the coordinator, I've been copied with all the letters. Let me just do a snapshot of it and let me have it, and I'll go into the system and recommend you. And that is where you'll be given the actual admission letter. So what you have now is provisional. For you to get the actual admission letter, you need to do the payment, and then we will recommend you for the actual admission letter. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much,
so,
Professor Mahmood. I can see a number of you have raised up your hands, and then quite a number of you too have indicated or asked some questions in the chat area. We are trying to answer as many of them as we can. So I will also entreat the coordinators to look out for those program-specific questions in the chat areas so that they address them as time goes on. But I think one of the key questions that has been coming up is the fact that is it actually a 1-year program or a 2 years program? It's a 1-year program, and 1 year because there are 2 semesters. The only difference here is that it's more like a summer program. So usually run between the months of March up to June. So calendar of University of Ghana, we usually start within any of these months. So like it has already been hinted, before COVID, we were doing it 3 weeks intensive, 3 weeks intensive. And that allowed people to take their leave from work and come to work Monday to Sunday, come to class Monday to Sunday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. But then again, COVID also came in, and we were unable to, do or go by this schedule. So currently, we are going by a blended approach, and that extends the 3 weeks to about a 6 weeks kind of thing. So what happens is that during the weekdays, we do online. So typically after you close from work, from 5 to 7, there's a lecture, and then there's another one 7 to 9, Monday to Friday. And then depending on the schedule, over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday too, you may have either an in-person or also online. Because there are several programs, we rotate the on-site or the physical classes so that everybody will at least have a feel of, getting acquainted and getting networked with their classmates and getting to also see the faculty, and at least also getting some practical sessions as well. So that is how it runs. So it means that this year, whatever we are doing now, between March up to May is 1 semester. And then we have a long vacation, and then we come again next year for the 2nd semester. The whole point is for you to be able to get back to work so that at least you can accumulate your leave period for the next semester. In that case, then you will have an uninterrupted, schooling system, and then you'll be done. Once you are done with next semester, July, August, I'm sure by November you are graduating, depending on what time you are finishing with your long essays and all that. So it's a 1-year program, and 1 year because it is 2 semesters. We don't go beyond 2 semesters, unless in specific cases where students have asked for an extension by themselves. But the school runs it as a 1-year program. So for those who are asking that question, that is the response to that. Ajaxa Gifty is also asking, for examination, do you have a center in Tamale, or we have to take exams in Accra? Gifty, currently, all examinations are taken on our premises. We do not have decentralized exam places for the sandwich program. It is only the undergraduate program that University of Ghana has some exam centers for the distance and all that. But as far as the business school sandwich program is concerned, we write all our exams at the premises. So if there is any question I haven't responded to so far, maybe someone can reiterate it and let me know. But whilst we wait for that, I could also speak briefly about the MSc Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Dr. Raf.
Yes, sir.
Before you come to that, I just saw a question that asks about the last question says whether they can do part payment of the fees. You can do 50%. You can do 50%, but then you have to make sure that you pay the remainder before you write your exams, or else you'll not be allowed to write the exams. So you can do 50% of the 11,559, then make sure you pay the remaining before the semester exams. So that you can continue.
Okay, so with what I'm getting from Prof. Mahmood, 11,559, it means that once you want to secure your spot, then you pay that to secure your spot. And then because it's for the semester, you make sure that before exam, you pay the remaining so that at least your entire semester is covered. There's another question on when we will start receiving confirmation of admission. I think I've responded to that a couple of times, and I said that currently processes are ongoing at the various departments. So even though some have received their provisional ones, others are yet to have theirs. So graduate school would confirm these, and then the provisional ones will be given so that you guys will have the recommended, letters ready for you. So do not fret. We will see you.
Dr. Raf. Dr. Raf.
Yes, please come in.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So I just, maybe for them to be very, in terms of the payment, the 11,559, we are saying 50% of that one. So it means that you are paying like, how much is that?
Let's say
let's just
6,
run it up to, if we say 12,000, then you are paying 6,000. That's what we are saying. You get it? You are paying like close to 6,000. Then you can come and make sure that you pay the remaining before the semester ends. Thank you.
Okay. So someone also says, can we have the actual date for MSc Clinical Management? All sandwich programs are starting on the same week. All sandwich programs will start on the same week. All sandwich programs will start on the same week, as Prof. Mahmood actually hinted. Anyway, so I've seen Stephen appear, Ngolu, and then Jake Amponsa, and then Rubin. So I will give them the opportunity to ask their questions. So Stephen Apia, kindly unmute your mic and you can ask your question. Stephen Apia. I don't know if that is Tornado.
That's not Tornado. Thank you, Dr. Ralph. I actually wanted to find out when lectures are beginning, and is it going to be mostly face-to-face or online? Thank you.
Okay, so the lectures will be typically online for the weekdays. And like I said, it's a blended approach. Give me a second, let me get some water. Sorry, okay. So the lectures, like I said, it will be a blended approach. And that means that weekdays we'll be doing online, and then weekdays we'll be shuffling with on-site. So depending on the capacity for this particular semester, weekdays are typically online. So you can do them from the comfort of your offices from 5 to 7, 7 to 9, depending on the eventual timetable. But I'm sure there's a session coming up that will address these ones as well. For what we are currently doing, we are making each of the coordinators introduce at least what goes into their course, and then there's a general Q&A at the end of this whole session. So as far as the MSc Hospitality and Tourism is also concerned, this particular program will seek to provide students with some skills and knowledge and abilities that meet the current challenges that is facing the hospitality and tourism industry. And we've structured this particular program to provide some form of experiential learning, also designed, for you to develop some practical and operational expertise in these particular industries. I mean, we can all bear in mind that this is a booming industry. And as far as the services sector is concerned, a lot of countries are leveraging on their hospitality and tourism, in a way of generating a lot of employment for people. The recent World Cup gave us an attestation to what some of these are about. But I think the general erroneous perception that has been held is that when you are looking at hospitality, then you are looking at just the hotel sector. No, but we go beyond that. Anything that captures tourism management also falls here. So it is no surprise that once you enroll on the MSc Hospitality and Tourism project or program, we'll be looking into courses that extend beyond just the hotels and the hospitality to include the broader national, macro, and international hospitality management system. So you get to, have a feel of what happens in these broader areas, and then the prospects that are also available for you. So advanced managerial principles, food service and catering management, sustainable tourism development, protocols in business and social setting, consumer behavior in the hospitality and tourism industry, hospitality and tourism law and ethics, accommodation, room management, safety and security, sales management, destination management, and hospitality and tourism strategy are all part of, some of the courses you may be dealing with. And given that a lot of creatives are also coming up these days, we try to delve into that to find how they can also contribute their quota to the broader national development in the hospitality and tourism sector. So for those of you who are interested in that, you can also still go ahead and apply. If you know a friend who will also be interested in that, kindly tell them that the application process is ongoing up to the 24th, and they will be gracious to welcome them. At this juncture, let me quickly skip it to the Accounting and Finance MSc coordinator to also give us a minute or two about what to expect. So if Dr. Emmanuel Asare is here, Dr. Asare, the floor is yours. So you speak to your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a broader question and answer session after the coordinators have introduced the program, so that each coordinator will address specific ones that are tailored for them. So I'll hand it over to Dr. Emmanuel Asare. Doc,
Thank
you have
you,
the
Ralph.
mic.
Thank you, Ralph. Hello, I'm Dr. Emmanuel Tete Asare, the programs coordinator for the MSc Accounting and Finance program. Before I introduce you to the issues within, regarding those who are cleared or not cleared, that question. Yes, I have sent some emails already. Remember that when you were applying, you provided your emails. So I have sent emails to everyone regarding the issues for which reason you may not declared. So please try as much as possible and check your emails. And if you didn't receive a call, everyone would have had an email, but some of you had calls as well. So try as much as possible, check your emails, and make sure that you provide the information that we need for you to be cleared. And then your provisional admission letter will be sent to you. So that is that. Okay, so the Accounting and Finance the accounting and finance program, it has 3 programs under it, which is the sandwich, the weekend, and the access route. The sandwich and the weekend are geared towards the same goal, right? And that is for those who have first degree in accounting. Those who have first degree in accounting, right? But then, some related courses that I would have done enough accounting and finance to qualify you for that, which we would determine based on your transcript. But when it comes to the access route, it is those who don't have any background in accounting, but then want to get into the field of accounting. And so we want to also give you that opportunity to get into the field of accounting and finally charter as a professional practicing accountant. For that reason, that has 3 semesters rather than 2. The MSc Accounting and Finance Sandwich has 2 semesters, and then the weekend has 2 semesters. The sandwich, the process has been explained extensively. So the weekend, that is done within the regular semesters, first semester and second semester. That is the weekend one. And it's only in the evenings from Thursdays to Saturdays, right? But then all the courses that you will be doing are the same, which I would get to pretty soon, right? So that is about the sandwich and the weekend. The only difference here is that depending on your availability, some are able to get on the sandwich because of their availability, and others are also able to get to the weekend because of their availability. But all these 2, like I said, are those who have accounting background and they can get straight onto the program, right? But the access program, that one, if you don't even have any accounting background at all, for instance, you did history, right, you still have that opportunity to get onto the access program. Just for 1 semester, we bring you up to speed. Then you can join the weekend route. So from the access, then you join the weekend mainstream for 1 year. So that becomes 3 semesters. And these programs are specialist programs designed to develop both qualified and non-qualified accountants into strategic managerial roles and accelerate the professional accountancy qualification of the non-qualified accountants. So what we mean here is that if you are non-qualified, for instance, you are a degree holder in accounting, once you finish with the program, you have full exemption from ICA, Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana. And so you only write the professional part, which is 4 papers, and then you become a chartered accountant once you pass all. So that is the accelerated aspect of it. And again, if you join through the access route, in the same way, once you finish with the program, although initially when you were starting, you had no accounting background at all, but just the 3 semesters that you have done, then you have the same exemptions, just like the others from sandwich and weekend, right? So you also have the same opportunity to charter by writing just the final part of the professional examinations. So let's take note of that as well. And then it also broadens your theoretical accounting knowledge for enhanced research activities and managerial problem-solving techniques. So let's take note of that as well. When the previous presenters were giving their presentations, they indicated that there is a research component. So for instance, the sandwich, once you finish this first semester, before you leave for your long vacation, you are giving your supervisors, and therefore within the long vacation, you work on your topics, chosen topics with your supervisors. So if you are diligent enough, you may even go through and finish before you come for the next semester. So let's take note of that. And there is, you would have to present that to a panel of professors, right, at a seminar. Okay, so on that note, let me show you the structure. Let me talk about the structure of the program, the courses that you have. So you have research techniques in accounting and finance, and then financial reporting, management accounting, corporate strategy, ethics and governance, and then advanced financial management, public sector accounting and finance. Then you have long essay. You also have investment and portfolio management, corporate and sustainability reporting, taxes and business strategy, advanced auditing and assurance. And then you have seminar in issues in accounting and finance. You also have some elective courses like international finance, financial derivatives, and petroleum accounting. Right. Now, when it comes to, so this is for the 1 year program, which is the sandwich and the weekend. So those who will come through the access route, you are supposed to be brought up to speed for you to get into the 1 year program, but you will straight away end at the weekend program because your access is a weekend program already. So this is what you require. These are the courses that you will take to bring you up to speed to join the mainstream weekend program. So that is financial accounting, corporate financial management, cost accounting, economics, accounting information systems. So once you pass all these courses, then you are brought up to speed to join the weekend route, and then you continue with a 1 year program. Yes, and then you have the exemptions to just write the final part of the ICAG and become a chartered accountant and practice. Right. So I believe that I have given you enough information. So if there is any additional that you need or clarifications, I believe that that will be done during the question time. Those who are qualified already, the courses that I mentioned, you will realize that about 5 or 6 of them you haven't encountered in your qualification. So those ones are meant for you, right? And the fact that you are going to acquire that managerial and problem-solving skills, and then the research and communication skills as well. So thanks so much. I'm done.
Okay,
Hello.
All right,
Dr.
thank you very much, Dr. Asare. We'll call on Dr. Anita Baku to also speak on the MSc Clinical Leadership and Management. Dr. Baku, if you are there.
Dr. Raf.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, that's good.
Over to you.
My name is Anita Baku, and I'm the coordinator for the program MSc Clinical Leadership and Management. And this course is for anybody in the area of healthcare, whether medical or paramedics. And the course is designed to equip you with management skills, and at one point or the other, you get into management position whilst you are in your line of work, and these skills become very critical. We all, for most of you who contacted me directly, I shared with you the brochure, and on that you would find some of the courses we do under the program. And we have things like leadership development, healthcare human resource management, patient safety, and then occupational safety and health management. We also have healthcare financial management, amongst others. And so for each semester, we'll let you know the specific courses that you do, and then the electives that are available for that semester. In between the 2 semesters, you'll be assigned with a supervisor who would assist you with writing a long essay, and then you submit that, which is a requirement for graduation. What have I left out? I think most of my colleagues have said the duration of the MSc programs. They are one-year programs that you do, after which you get your certificate. If you have any questions, I'm available for specific questions. I'm available for specific questions as and when you have them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bakun.
Dr.
Can
Raphael,
we have, yes, sir.
Dr. Raphael, before you invite another coordinator, I just want to chip in something. Some of the questions students are asking, sometimes you need to add a little bit of flesh so that we'll be able to help you. So for instance, on the chat, I saw somebody said, hi, please. I haven't gotten my provisional letter. My name is Clara. So the question I'm asking myself here is, what program is Clara applying for? We have a lot of, you can see the programs are many. They're up to 7 or 8 or 9. And Clara, when you put this general information, it will be difficult for us to help you. So you need to specify what program you are applying for and you haven't heard from us, so that we can be able to help. Thank you very much. So,
thank you, Professor Mahmoud. Please, if Dr. Saint Kutu is here, then he can speak to the MSc Financial Risk Management. Dr. Saint. If not, then Dr. Marjorie Amankwa will speak to the MA Organizational Leadership and Governance. So Dr. Amankwa, if you're also here. If not yet, then Dr. James Mensah will speak on the MSc Procurement and Supply Chain Management. Dr. James, I can see you online.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Raf. Thank you for holding the fort and giving very, very important information to our applicants. Good evening to everyone. My name is James Mensah, and I am the coordinator for the Procurement and Supply Chain Management. As we all know, procurement and supply chain, very, very critical for every organization, whether public, private, international, or SME. Procurement and supply chain management is very, very important. The uniqueness about our program is the combination of the procurement and supply chain. Because if you look at universities across the world, most of them either do logistics and procurement, logistics and supply chain, but we are combining the two. So that is the uniqueness about our program. Our program seeks to introduce students to the intricacies of procurement and supply chain management in this global challenging business environment. So in this program, we seek to prepare the students to take up leadership positions in several organizations across the world. And therefore, you will be learning a few courses that are very, very important to both procurement and supply chain, including courses on procurement law, including courses on finance for procurement managers, including courses on international trade. So these are key and very, very important courses that you will be introduced to when you enroll in this program. One important course that you take in this course is Global Procurement and Supply Chain Management. The world has become a global village now, and we need to introduce you into the procurement and supply chain in the global arena. One thing that you benefit from this program is that we are in the process of getting accreditation for CIPS. CIPS is Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. Is global accreditation. And once we get this accreditation, you can take your certificate everywhere in the world and you are recognized once you are accredited by this institute. So I want to pause here and then wait for the comment session and address any comments or concerns that you have. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you very much, Dr. James Mensah, for speaking on the MSc Procurement and Supply Chain Management. We have the MA Public Sector Management, and the coordinator is Dr. Thomas Waben. Dr. Thomas Waben, if you are here, kindly take the mic and then speak to us. Dr. Thomas Waben. Dr. Thomas Waben.
I think Thomas is not here.
Okay. So Thomas and then Marjorie and Saint, they were unable. I'm sure they are still in their.
No, Dr.
Oh, okay. Dr. Marjorie is here. Dr. Marjorie Namankwa is here. She will speak to the MA Organizational Leadership and Governance. Dr. Marjorie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Odu. Hello, everyone, and good evening. So this is Marjorie Osafredra Mankwa, and like has already been said, I'm the coordinator for the MA in Management and Leadership. As the name goes, leadership, governance. We know this is key in every institution. Organizations that have been successful are tagged as such because they had effective leadership. And for that reason, this program is not looking at just training you on developing leadership skills just for a particular sector. In any sector, be it public, private sector, leadership is key. When you look at how countries managed the COVID situation, obviously leadership played a key role. So in as much as we recognize that leadership is key, we also believe that people need to be equipped with the needed skills to be able to lead their organizations. So then we ask, how do you develop your how do you develop a vision? How do you manage the entire organization? How do you inspire people to help the organization achieve its goal? All of this can only be done if you are trained on how to get them done. We will take you through courses like leadership and governance, as the name goes. We have organizational behavior and management. Obviously, leadership goes with managing people in the organization. We don't lead non-human resources. So we focus on people. How do you get people to do the things that you want them to do? We also look at corporate strategy and governance. We'll introduce you to MIS, human resource management, and then like all other programs, we also have a research component. So we will teach you how to do research. And then after that, you will be taken through a seminar process. At the seminar, we expect to teach you communication and presentational skills. So we guide you on your long essay and then direct you on how to communicate effectively during presentations. All of these will be taken during the first semester. And then the second semester, when you come back to round up your program, we teach you strategic leadership and governance, take you through legal issues in leading and governance. We take you through business ethics. Obviously, we believe you need to make profit, but not at any cost. So we'll take you through those areas. We also focus on how you can understand issues of change. Change is everywhere. And if you don't understand change, you don't know how to manage it, it will be difficult for you to sustain your competitive advantage as an organization. We also take you through communication and public relations. And then finally, we will focus on how you can manage conflicts in organization. In your capacity as a leader, these things are bound to happen. So long as you have people from diverse backgrounds coming together, conflicts are there. Conflicts are not supposed to be always bad, but it depends on how you manage them. So with this brief introduction, I'm sure you get to know this is obviously a program you want to be enrolled in, not just limited to one sector, to all sectors. We can look at companies in the Ghanaian setting, we can look at multinational companies. Wherever you find yourself, leadership is key, and you need to develop the skills in leading effectively. Thank you very much. Dr. Odum, I'm done.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Marjorie. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is now an open forum for the next a maximum of 30 minutes. We don't want to go beyond 6 p.m. here. A lot of the coordinators are trying to answer program-specific questions that have been raised in the chat area, but those that are not yet answered, you can raise your hands, and then Marjorie will call you, or myself will call you. So once I call you, be on the alert and be ready to unmute your mic, and we'll be good to go. So I'll call the first person, Ruben Agbekwaji. Ruben, kindly unmute your mic and then ask your question. It will be interesting to note that if you have a question for a specific program, kindly make it as clear as possible. If it is that of registration and admin related, also do make it clear as possible so that we'll know who we are directing the questions to appropriately. Okay, so Ruben, the floor is yours. So Ruben, Nanesi, and then Ingula Segno, the first three, they will ask their questions and then we'll note it down and respond. So Ruben, over to you.
Hello, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening. I have applied for the MSc Finance and Accounting program. And whilst driving from home, I received a mail that my application was not processed because there's this my UCC certificate, the BCom certificate that I attached to the form. There's this codule in it. So because of that, my application hasn't been processed. Now, I use that certificate to get the ICA certificate, which doesn't have the codule inside. So I don't know if that one could be looked at later once I take steps to maybe swear affidavit to take the codule out of the UCC name. Thank you. I don't know if the course facilitator could respond to that for me.
Maybe you can address it to the appropriate person. Hello, Marjorie. Prof. Mo, are you there?
That we were having challenge with our network here, so we didn't hear the question very well.
Yes, I also lost him, so I'm sure it was from his end.
Okay, I think Sandra, your video is on. If you can put it off. Sandra, is this Sandra?
Ruben, we could hardly hear the second part, but I heard you were talking about you got a notification and then that's where we lost you. So if you could quickly type it in the chat area, I think I'll prompt whoever is responsible. But that said, Nanesi, kindly come in. Nanesi, unmute your mic and then ask your question, Nanesi.
He's back again.
Hi, thank you very much. I have an administrative question and then one in respect of the MSc Accounting and Finance. So when you do the access course, how long will it take to complete the whole program? Doesn't mean like it's going to take 3 years, because then you do the access for 1 semester and then you do the other 2 semesters. Doesn't mean that you're doing it for 3 years. And then also, when you do the access, can you join a sandwich program, or you only have the option of joining the weekend program? And then with the administrative question, so I applied for a transcript from Kwame University of Science and Technology, but they're having problems there issuing the transcript. So I'm not sure I'll be able to meet the deadline. Is it possible that the application will go through and I'll bring the transcript later? These are my 3 questions. Thank you.
All right. So,
Dr. Rafa, Dr.
yes,
Rafa,
Prof. Mahmoud, you can
I
go
just
ahead.
take the administrative one?
Please do, please do.
So once you have started the process, I mean, you are covered. You get it. So after the deadline, once you're able to produce the transcript, you'll be cleared. Are you okay?
Nanesi, did you get that, please?
She's okay.
Okay. Then
Yes.
let me go to Segnu. Daniel.
No, before Dr. Raphael.
Okay.
Dr. Ansari answered the other part.
Yes, Dr. Ansari, please come.
Accounting aspect. Yes. So with the access route, we are bringing you to speed such that you will be able to complete with the 1-year program. So that is just one additional semester that you are doing to bring you to speed, because your undergrad certificate doesn't have the requirements in accounting and finance that we need for you to be able to get into the main 1-year program. So you do 1 semester in addition. So it's only 3 semesters and it's continuous. So that's it. Once you finish, you join the main program and it's continuous. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, I think we got you. So
Okay.
We'll call Ngulu to ask his question. Ngulu Segnu, kindly unmute your mic. Ngula, sorry.
Yeah, good evening. I have 3 questions. One is specific to my course, and the others are general questions. So I applied for the Master of Arts in Strategic Marketing. Until now, I haven't actually I applied online. Until now, I haven't received a provisional letter. Neither have I received a call or an email stating that the documents I submitted have a problem. And I've been sending follow-up emails, but till now I've gotten no reply. So I don't know how to go about that. And also, I want to ask about the location of the school. I saw Medina online, but I think I opened some document and I saw something like Ashmut or something there. I don't know if I don't know where exactly this is located because I don't live in Ghana. I'm not based in Ghana. Then I also like to know when the program coordinator was talking, he said classes begin on the 15th of March. So I want to know when international students are expected to be there.
Dr. Raf.
Yes, Prof. Mo.
Yeah, this question was just directed to me. And I'm sure I'm familiar with this this name, and I have given your name out for the admission to be issued to you. Have you checked your mail?
I check my mails every day.
You check your mail?
So, yeah.
So I will get in touch with you immediately because I have cleared you. Maybe those, I don't know, the letters were sent out from yesterday and even today, and the letters are still going. When they send the letter, they copy me. So if you haven't been sent a letter, but I want to assure you that you have been cleared by graduate school and we are ready to offer you the admission. Okay? So you don't have a problem at all. Yeah, you've been cleared by graduate school and your admission letter will be coming to you soon. So after this program, I'll follow up. If they haven't sent it to you, they should send it to you through the email you provided.
Okay.
And I want to find, are you based in Ghana or outside Ghana?
I'm in Cameroon at the moment.
Okay, so when we call you the number you provided, I think we'll also get you.
Okay.
I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call after the program. Thank you very much.
Okay, so can we kindly have J Ano and then when clear to come in with their question. So please, I would encourage that those of us who have other names apart from our names, if we can, rename ourselves, it will be easier because I can see signs and all. So if you could kindly rename yourself to your appropriate names, then it will be easier to mention. So J Ano and then Pa John, you can come in. J Ano. Kindly unmute your mic. J Ano.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
All right, so I applied for the MSc Accounting and Finance. I want to know, with each semester, there are core subjects and there are elective subjects. So I got a course schedule from the portal or the site. I don't know if that is correct or not, but then I want to know, I want the coordinator to throw a bit of light on the core subjects and the elective subjects. Is it that you are supposed to do all, or you are supposed to do maybe one of the elective and all of the core? So I just want some light to be thrown on that.
Okay, J Ano, your question has been noted. I'll refer it to
Rafa, can I just respond to that?
Okay, Prof. Mo.
So for the core courses, any program you are doing, they have core courses. So you have to do all the core courses. By electives, you don't do everything. You select those that you think that it will help you in whatever that you want to do. And also take note that before you graduate, maybe graduate school would have taken you people through that. The one-year programs, you need a minimum of 39 credit hours. A minimum of 39 credit hours, and you can do up to 45. Okay, but if you get a minimum, you are qualified to graduate. Some can do 39, some will do 42, and some will do 45, depending on your capacity. So electives, they are not compulsory, but core courses are what? Are compulsory. You must do them.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Mo. Pa John, and then when clear, if you can come in. So Pa John, kindly unmute your mic.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Pa.
Please, I would like to ask whether it is automatic to get a provisional admission letter once the form is completed. Because when I completed my own, didn't get any mail of such that I've received an admission letter. And then I would also want to ask when the admission letter will also come in, so that we will also know when the payments will be done. And I think when the coordinator was talking about MSc accounting, he made mention that the classes will be blended. That is off-site, and then that's on campus, on site, and then off-site. So I would like to know the schedule for that, so that those of us outside Accra, we will know when we will get ourselves prepared, and then be on campus as and when it is required. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pa John. I think I can briefly speak to that. Remember, for each application you make, there are specific requirements that come with them. So as it stands now, those that have met the criteria across the several or the various programs they applied for are still being processed. Others are still under consideration. It could be the case that for some of you, maybe your certificates have not been duly or properly uploaded, for which you will be prompted with some nudges and some calls any moment from now. Or I think some people have already received stuff like that. But for those that have all their documents completed and the relevant information provided, as long as you meet the minimum requirements that were set, then recommendation will be given. So kindly bear with us. If you haven't received anything yet, it means that maybe it's under processing, or if there are any anomalies, you will be prompted to furnish them instantly. So be on the alert for certain calls. That is, if there are anomalies with your registration. But if they are not, then just also be on the lookout for the provisional, letters which will enable you to pay. The other part about the schedule will come out once the deadline is over, so that at least based on the numbers we have, we will know who is going to which classroom at which point in time and all that. Those are typically administrative duties that will be prepared once we have closed the deadline for application. It will be the next thing that we'll do. So as long as you receive your letter, you will be informed. Will be a mailing list or a WhatsApp group list on which you get all these times and the specific schedules also being brought out to you. But generally, like I mentioned earlier, it will be blended. So weekdays are typically online and weekends are typically face-to-face. But that there's a caveat there, depending on the number that are scheduled for a particular weekend. Maybe this weekend, it will be that accounting and finance will be meeting physical with IB. And then the following weekend, it will be a change in that order, depending on the number. So for the timetable, it will come out once all the application processes are due. You will surely have it before you start classes. So no problem about that. Wenslav, kindly unmute your mic and then ask your question. And then that will be followed by Eddie and Courage.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Please, Doc, I just wanted to find out with regards to the MSc Development Finance. I want to pursue that. When do I apply? Because from the presentation so far, it seems it is not part of the sandwich. So when is the deadline? When can I apply for that? Is the deadline of 24th February for it? And I also did. I had my degree in BSc Chemistry. I don't know whether if I want to pursue the development finance, I can do that. Thank you.
Okay, so let me take that one quickly. I think, like it has been already mentioned, development finance even though it's one of our one-year programs, it falls under the regular stream. It is not currently in the sandwich program. So it means that the forms for that one comes together with the regular one. So currently we are dealing with the sandwich programs. But when it's time for the regular programs, that is where you can purchase forms for the development finance. If there are other issues, Prof. Mahmood will clarify this. So Prof. Mahmood, are you there, please?
I think, yeah, you have answered it right. Normally, our admission portal, after this sandwich, then the regular one will come. They don't go concurrently. So just bear with us after the 24th, and we don't know if there will be any extension because lectures will come somewhere, maybe towards April. So if there is any extension, but normally they have to finish with this before they open the portal for the regular. So you just keep on watching. Now, the other question you asked about that one, unless the finance guys who are here, your chemistry degree, whether you can do well, I know normally if you are a mass kind of inclined person, then you can enroll. And somebody signaled me that, you are qualified. It doesn't matter your background, but once you are not afraid of the calculations, and then I think you'll be in a position to do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay, so let me take another one from Eddie and Courage. Eddie, I've asked you to unmute your mic, and then Courage, you also come in.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Doc. Yeah, Doc, I think most of us saw the adverts on Facebook, and for me personally, that was where I had a lot of engagement, and I was making a lot of inquiries with regards to the fees. So I was asking a lot of questions about the fees so that I can prepare. I was duly informed that the fees was 8,410 a semester until today when I had my provisional admission, only to realize that it is 11,599. Honestly, the information that we got on Facebook, that was where I channeled most of my inquiries. And then today, I realized that it is 11,599. To be frank, it has really disturbed me because I made plans to make sure I enrolled on the MSc Accounting and Finance. So please, I would want to beg that information that is delivered, whatever being the channel, should be right. Now, when I saw this amount of fees that we have to pay, I realized that I'm out because currently I'm a teacher and I budgeted for the 8,410. If I should go in for the 11,599, it's going to take me about 5 years to take a loan for 5 years to pay. And I'm really worried because I was interested in this course and I made all plans until I had my admission and then these fees. So please, our information that it comes, whatever be the channel, should be appropriate for us. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Raf, thank you very much. Can I respond to this?
Okay.
Yeah, my brother, thank you very much for your submission. You know, all what you are saying, that's all information, and generally, you know how this economy is today. You consider the exchange rate that we are talking about. You know what is happening in this our economy today. So if you want things to remain the way they are, just go into the market and you see how prices of goods and services are changing. Even in the educational sector. So what you are saying, I'm not saying it's not true, but information that you put out there, it doesn't mean that you cannot change, okay? So things have changed, and clearly, even this is better. This is not twice the amount that you saw earlier. It were to be like the money has been doubled. And for me, if you fail to say you cannot enroll into this, the next time you come back, you can't even come close. You can't come close. When master's program started in the form of trying to pay fees, the amount people used to obtain MBAs was not up to 400 Ghana. And that time we saw it to be a big money. So my brother, it's a question of if your mind is made up, because this kind of adjustment that we are talking is not significant unless I mean, that's the reality of this our economy today. How are you going to sustain the faculty to be able to teach the program and other cost elements that are going to follow it? So for me, it's not the question, because what we are seeing has been there for the past, maybe since COVID started. The fees were stagnant to where we are today, and some little bit of adjustment here. So I don't think it's a big deal. And moreover, I mean, some of these things have been discussed at management level, so it has been, and it's not something that is beyond anybody, unless, I mean, you really don't want to enroll into the program. It is not double, it is not triple. Just work out the percentage and you realize that it is not significant for you. Not if you can afford the 8,410. We are all familiar with those figures. And I think you can equally afford the 11,559. And if you don't do it next time you come back, it's not going to stay the way it is. No way. Our economy, let's look at how this economy is being run today. Let us all be realistic to ourselves. Is that, look, a bag of cement today, we are talking of 100 Ghana. Something that's, it was around 42 within this. So I think this is not something that is beyond anybody who really want to embark on a particular program.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prof. Mo. And let me also quickly add that on most of our advertisement, we actually do not state our fees. So I honestly don't know when that interaction was done, for which the old figure was quoted. Left to the business school alone, we would have done something about it, but there is a parliamentary, adjustment. The adjustment in the fees came from Parliament. It wasn't a unilateral decision that was made by business school. And it has been same with all other institutions, public institutions across the entire country. So it wasn't a deliberate effort, from the business school to do the adjustment. So I can bear with you that for some time now, our fees had stayed at 8410 or 8,410 per semester for, I think, well over 5 to 6 years. In fact, the actual fee for the program was 2,500. And as at the 5 to 6 years ago, that was the CD equivalent, the $2,500. That was the CD equivalent. Currently, if we are to go by that same $2,500, I'm sure then we are talking about nothing below 25,000 per semester. So it means that even though the program started with a $2,500, which gave us by then the 8410, currently this salary we are having, or this how do we call it, school fees we are paying, is just like $1,000, dollars, which means that over $1,400 from the original fees have been scrapped off. So it is a combination of several economic factors, and it wasn't a misleading advertisement as may have been the case. So I will entreat you that if you want to roll on the program, kindly do all you can say and then join us. You can at least deposit the 8,410, and then along the way you add the rest, because I can see you want to join the program and we would love to have you. We actually would love to have you. We don't want you to wait and come another year. But what I need you to know is that the increment were all from Parliament and not from a unilateral decision from the business school. Thank you very much. Let me go to Courage, and then I'll come to Nanayao. I'll come to Yawasari. Courage, please, if you are the one with the name iPhone, kindly name yourself appropriately so that we can call you. Yes, Courage, come in, and then Yawasari to come.
So this is Courage Mensah. I actually applied for MSc Accounting and Finance. I haven't received my provisional letter yet. I have not been informed as to whether there is any challenge with my application process. I have submitted all the documents and all the necessary, I've filled all the necessary portions that I'm supposed to fill. So I was expecting to receive a provisional letter. Just when they were giving when the presentation was going on, I realized something about my application. I realized that I went to put my middle name under the maiden name column. So I changed it back to other names. So I have left the maiden name since I was not having any earlier name. So I left the maiden name blank. So I did the adjustment and then resubmitted. So I don't know whether that could be the reason why I have not received my provisional letter yet. So my concern is how come I'm just waiting on you for the provisional letter. If that's the problem, then I'm sure it's sorted.
Okay, so I really appreciate the fact that you brought out some of the issues we deal with here. There have been instances where people have had change of names, and then that does not reflect what is on their certificate. So when it happens like that too, the system is able to reject it. If people know you as, let's say, Raphael Kofi Odum, and on your official document, the Kofi is not there. When you apply, those are two different names, and it will raise some flags. So I think with that, I'll defer it to the coordinator. And then once they go into the system, it is highly possible that the discrepancy in the name is what is probably causing the red flag in the system. And they will be able to clarify these things. We've also had instances where people are married and had change of names and all that. So ideally, we advise that if there's been anything like that, then there should be some accompanying affidavit, or you can use the original names as are on your certificate, so that it doesn't look like two different people are the ones that are applying. But it's good you've prompted us, and I'm sure quite a number of you were also facing similar instances. If you are Ewua Daniel Woodworth, and then in the system, we even see Woodsworth with an S, those are two different names. So sometimes that is where some of these challenges will come in. But they are still under perusals and still under some scrutiny, and the coordinators for each program will nudge each of the applicants where the anomalies are. Thank you very much. Let me go on to Yawasare, and then I'll come to Ewua Daniel Woodworth. Yaw, kindly unmute your mic, sir.
Dr. Raf.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Emmanuel Sari is here. I think you also want to respond to some of the issues.
Okay. Dr. Sari, the floor is yours.
Yes, we talked to
Hello, Prof. Mo.
Yes. Can you hear us? It's not that very clear to you. He's saying that he has sorted out the name issues that somebody raised a question about name. He went and rectified that he has sorted it out. So the person should wait. The provisional admission letter will come.
Okay.
But before, another issue I have with the international student from Cameroon. If you are still with us, my secretary just told me that your email address is not found, but I picked the whole data from the portal and I sent it to the secretary. So I don't know, maybe your email address is not included. Is it possible you can share that with me, even if you don't want to share it in public? Are you still with us? The one from Cameroon, Danielle. Daniel, are you still with us? Your letter is ready. Okay, Daniel. Okay, according to the secretary, your email address is not there. So your letter is now ready. It has been signed by the dean. Is it possible you can share the email address is here. So we'll pick it. And if possible, the letter will be sent to you and you can confirm before we even leave here. So we are picking have you seen it? Okay, yeah. So I'll quickly send it to the secretary. The letter will be sent to you before even the close of this session. Is that? Edward.
If you can hear us. Daniel.
Hello, sir. Please, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Please, I wanted to find out the fees for MSc Accounting and Finance access. It seems that course will be 3 semesters, and already we've been told for the sandwich 2 semesters, each semester has a fees of 11,599. So what about the access that has 3 semesters?
Hello. I
Hello,
believe
sir.
you can hear me. Good. So I'm saying that the access part is also 1 full semester. So you are supposed to pay the semester fee times 3, right? So you pay the same amount, 11,599 for the access as well. It's a full semester. That is bringing you up to speed to be able to get onto the other 2 semesters. I hope that's clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. And then there were other accounting and finance issues. In between, I lost contact. So someone is asking about MSc Accounting and Finance. Is it only sandwich? No, please, the MSc Accounting and Finance. As I explained, we have 3 programs under the MSc Accounting and Finance program. And all of them are heading towards the same certificate. So please kindly note that. Due to the availability issues, some may not be able to enroll on the sandwich because of where it is and how packed it is. So they would opt for the weekend accounting and finance program, which is the same thing. That is 1 year, and it is giving you the same certificate as someone who is doing the sandwich, right? Whose course is packed 6 weeks per semester, comprehensive, and you finish, you get the same certificate. And then for the access, anyone who does not have accounting background, you would, and still you want to get into the accounting discipline because of the job opportunities now. So you want to get into accounting. So even if you have history or chemistry, I heard someone mention chemistry, then you would enroll through the access and we bring you up to speed such that all the courses you need to be able to do the 1 year MSc Accounting and Finance, we will provide. And once you pass those courses within 1 semester, which is the access, then you are given the opportunity to join the weekend program. And then you do 2 semesters. So if you go through the access, you do 3 semesters. But if you don't go through the access, you do 2 semesters, either the weekend route or the sandwich route. They all earn you the same certificate. And the good thing about this is that, or the unique aspect of this is that you are given exemptions from the professional qualification program from level 1 to the final level, which is the professional part. You are given full exemption. So you only write 4 papers in ICAG and you charter. Then straight away you become a chartered accountant and you know the benefits. Thank you. Yes, so the access is the next window that is opened, which is starting from March. Right, so please let's take note. And it's for 6 weeks. It's for 6 weeks. That is the access part of it. But the weekend one is the normal regular one that runs for the whole semester, which is about 13 to 14 weeks. So kindly take note of that. So those who normally are not engaged in the evenings after they close around 5 o'clock, those are the students that normally enroll on the weekends. But those who can have the 1 month holiday, right, they will normally get into the sandwich program. So please note that. And then are there virtual sessions for the accounting and finance? Yes, we have both face-to-face and virtual, and I believe it's going to be 50-50, right? Yes, so it's hybrid, it's going to be 50-50. Will the MSc Accounting and Finance exams be written on weekends or weekdays? Normally, the examinations are weekends throughout, so please kindly take note. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Clara and Isaac Yabuachreme, if you can come in quickly.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening,
Please,
madam.
I applied for MSc Clinical and Leadership Management. And you said it was a 1 year, but in the statement, you said I will do 6 weeks and then do another 6 in the following year. And also, I haven't received any letter for admission yet.
Yeah, so I was with the 6 weeks, I was breaking down the semester. Because so a semester is roughly around 6 weeks. That is what I meant.
So it's a 1 year sandwich program.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what it means is that the sandwich is run in a kind of compressed form. Okay, it's compressed. When we started, it was like you would do 21 days of lectures. So before COVID came and we had to change it, so it's very compact. That's the semester work that you are supposed to do in 13 weeks is what you are now doing in 6 weeks. Okay. So when if you attend the 6 weeks and you break a while and come back and write exams, it becomes a semester work that you have done. And then another year you do similar thing. It's like a 1 year. We can call because every 2 semesters constitute what? 1 year. That's how we look at it. Okay, so you can look at it from that perspective.
Okay.
So Clara, the only difference here is that you have a whole year vacation. That is how come it's spread to the other side, so that you can actually get back to your work and then you can take leave for the other semester in the next summer.
Yeah. So the other question Clara asked also has to do, she has not yet received the provisional admission letter. And that is the coordinator, Dr. Anita Baku. Are you with us? Dr. Anita Baku, can you respond to that?
Okay, I think she is not there.
She's not there.
She's not here, but
so Dr. James is coming from that department.
Yes. So Clara, you have not received anything yet?
No, please.
Oh, okay. So Prof, you continue the discussion. I'm logging into the system to check what is wrong with Clara is, because I
Okay.
know letters have been sent out.
So you do that for us right now.
Yes, I'm
And
checking
I
right
also
now.
I want to also
Checking right
assure
now.
my
Clara, you can send me direct message, your full name, so that as I go through the system.
now once you use Clara into that program, it says what? MSc Clinical. Is that it?
Yes, please. Clinical and Leadership Management.
Your full name is what? Clara what?
Clara Na Dodua Omilana Okai.
Okay, we are able to use names also to search. So Dr. James, you can do that for us.
Yes, I'm in the system right away.
Okay, right now. And I want to also assure our Cameroonian applicant, Daniela Segun, your admission letter has been sent to your inbox. So
Yes,
if you
he
check
has
now,
confirmed that he has received it.
oh, she has confirmed. Congratulations.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
All right. So Isaac Yabua Treme and then Nene Magote Donko. Isaac Yabua Treme. If you can unmute your mic.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Isaac Yabuatrami. Please, my question will go to the coordinator for international business. I'm a timber inspector with Forestry Commission, and I work all year round without getting a leave because of the nature of my work. So I want to be assured, because I read from your website, the international business, in as much as it's a hybrid in terms of teaching and learning, we still have lectures in the evening on weekdays. So I want to know whether in-person meeting with lecturers are only on weekends. That's my question. And I would like to apply somewhere tomorrow. Thank you.
Clara, I've sent you a message. Please check and get back.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me say that the weekdays lectures are not in person. That one, they are not in person at all. It will be after close of work, you'll be at your home and listen to the lectures. The in-person only comes during the weekend, the Saturday, where you will come and, if we don't do that, the students also complain. They don't know each other. The networking bit of it is also important. So that is why, so be rest assured that if you are going to attend any weekdays lecture, it's going to be around this time round. It will be in the evenings like this. But if we don't do that, we will not be able to cover the semester work that we also want to do. So it's important. But let's assure you that if it is going to be a weekdays lecture, it's never going to be in person. It's only the weekends that you come together and interact.
Yeah,
and most of the
Doc.
courses during the weekend.
Yeah, Doc.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, please, I just overheard you saying, even if there will be an in-person lecture, it will be around this time. But my question was, I'm living in Kumasi. So for weekend lectures, I can always come in person. But if a lecture has to be organized on weekday around this time, it will be very difficult for some of us.
No, what I'm saying is that that one you are at your home.
Oh, okay, all right.
That one, that's why it's a hybrid.
Okay.
That one you are at home listening to the lectures just like what we are doing.
Okay.
Yes. And let me also add this information that all those who have not yet received their provisional letters, it's a service that we are rendering to you. And in services, it requires the customer and the service provider to interact for you to experience a very excellent service. So you realize the example I'm just going to cite, our Cameroonian applicant did not provide the email address. So there was no way, but when she sent it immediately, the issue is resolved. So this applies to all of us. There are some small issues here and there. It requires that we dialogue and interact to ensure that we are able to deliver the services that we are required to do. And it involves that kind of engagement. If you don't take part, the customer needs to be part of the process so that we can have a good service rendered. Thank you very much.
Doc, my last question. I want to know if I can get the e-voucher via my phone. Then I can do the application
That one, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I saw something, the daily graphic.
No,
That's
the
why I'm
banks are
asking that.
many. The banks are many. Try and
Okay.
just get it. Okay, so let somebody get it for you from any of the banks. But
All right.
that's also okay. Thanks for bringing this to my notice. I also know when you are giving the provisional letter, the payment of the fees is done to only Ghana Commercial Bank. Payment of fees is not all the banks. It's only to Ghana Commercial Bank. I hope that has really changed. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for reminding. That's another information for you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Nene.
hello. So, accounting and finance. I saw someone ask if mathematics certificate can, a degree in mathematics can take him through. Degree in mathematics, yes, you go through the access route. So please note that. So yours will be 3 semesters. You go through the access route. Thank you. So degree in any other program apart from accounting and finance, please come, you go through the access route. Okay, and then we bring you up to speed as I have explained already. And then you do the other 2 semesters and you are done. Thank you.
Okay, Nene, come in quickly and then if you are Sandy.
All right. I think you answered my question with the previous one. I wanted to know those of us who have finished applying a long time ago, and the only message we got was a confirmation of completion of application. But we've not had anything further. But I think one of the panelists answered that we need to judge. So I think I'll follow up. Yeah.
All right. If you are Sandy, come in and then we'll have the last two, which is Abraham Akon and then James. If you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, I wanted to find out, is it that when you apply for like the sandwich program, and that is when you'll be enrolled to the access route before you can join the weekend students, or the access also has its different timeline? It's not this March to June.
I believe you are talking about the accounting and finance, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Doug, so please, the sandwich program, you can only qualify for that if you did accounting and your undergraduate certificate is accounting, please. Or you have accounting and finance. Meanwhile, you have some of the accounting and finance. Sometimes you don't do enough accounting that we require. So you would have to give us, you provide your transcript and we would go through it and let you know whether you qualify or not, right? So once you qualify because you did accounting or you have enough accounting and finance in your certificate, then definitely you can join the sandwich program or you can join the weekend program. But then if you don't have accounting background at all, or in your, perhaps you did banking and finance, but you only did fundamentals accounting, that's all, to get to your degree banking and finance, you may not qualify for the mainstream weekend or sandwich accounting and finance. So we will bring you up to speed through the access route. So please take note of that. So the access route is there for those who don't have enough accounting and finance in their transcript. We will assess that. And if we assess and we realize that you don't have enough accounting and finance to qualify you for the sandwich or the weekend MSc Accounting and Finance, immediately we advise you, we either call you, most of the time we call you, and we advise you that you don't qualify for those two, but then you can qualify if you go through the access, just 1 semester, and then you are brought up to speed and you can join the weekend program. I hope I've addressed your concern.
All right. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Abraham Akon and then James for the last one.
And for the last
Abraham.
no hand.
Abraham Ako, are you there? Okay, James.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Abraham.
Yeah, please, I also applied for the MSc Accounting and Finance, and I've not received any message that my application has a problem, and I've not received an admission letter yet. And I want to ask the coordinator too, in case I have applied and then I was not able to get admission into the sandwich, would I have to apply for the access, or automatically they will send me to the access? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me take the one from James, and then we'll address them all. But Dr. Imanasari, I think some people are asking for your contact. So if you can drop it as the accounting and finance coordinator in the chat area.
Okay,
they will
so please
speak to you. Hello, James. Hello, James.
Add the name.
Hello, please, good evening.
Sorry.
Good
Hello,
evening,
please,
James.
good evening.
Add accounting and finance coordinator.
Hello, boss, please, good
Yeah,
evening.
hello, James.
Hello, please, good evening. Hello, boss, please, good evening.
Good evening, James.
Please, I'm James. Please, I have one question. Please, I want to know when. Hello, boss. Hello.
Talk.
Please,
James,
I
we
have
can
one
hear
question.
you, so go ahead with your question.
hello, Ralph.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. I think someone was asking whether if he doesn't qualify for the sandwich or weekend, he is automatically given access. If we assess you through your transcript and you don't qualify for the sandwich or the weekend you are enrolling onto, we would call you and send you messages as well that you don't qualify for what you are applying for, but then you can qualify if you go through the access route. So we'll always communicate with you. If you agree, then we will ask you to apply through that route there and then. So that is when that window is opened, then you apply through that. So we'll communicate and we would have an interaction with you before we give you that option. Thank you.
I think Dr. Imanasari, the gentleman wants some kind of direct response. Will the application be transferred to the access route, or it will not be transferred?
Normally, once you don't qualify for this, it will be transferred, but we don't transfer it again.
No, so if you do the consultation, will you transfer it?
Definitely, if the person wants it. So please, we will contact you and ask you that you don't qualify for what you are asking for, but then you will qualify through the access route. So if you agree, then we transfer you.
Okay, so it will be automatically transferred
Yes.
in consultation with you. This one, because what you said earlier could have meant that the person has to go and buy a voucher again.
Oh, no,
After you have advised the person, but they want to be sure that you will not buy a voucher again. That same application will be transferred to the access.
Yeah.
I think that's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dr. Emmanuel Asari number is there, the MSc Accounting Finance Coordinator. Try and write it and then get in touch with him with all your issues so that he will respond to them. So I think we've come to the end. Okay.
So please, normally just send a WhatsApp message, okay, indicating your issues and they will be addressed. Because if you call, perhaps you may miss, and I may also miss your number. So try and send WhatsApp messages rather. Thank you.
Okay, so Dr. Raf, I don't think we have it. Dr. Raf.
Yeah, there are no more hands up.
There are no more issues again. Okay,
yes, so you can wrap it up.
Yeah, so we thank you all for taking part. The portal is still open till I think Ngula Is it Daniela? Do you have something to say? Daniela, do you have something to say? Yeah, Daniela.
Yes, I wanted to ask concerning the payment of the fees, given that there are specific bank, there's a specific bank, sorry, and it's in Ghana. So does the school provide help for those who are paying like out of Ghana?
Those who are paying outside from Ghana. I think they can, yeah, so it will be in the provisional letter. Okay, that is in the letter, but you have received it. So the same bank and the bank, the account number will be in the provisional letter.
Okay.
So look at it very well. And I think if you have issues when you arrive in Ghana, you can still also do the payment. Okay, okay. So thanks to everybody, and we've come to the end of these sessions. And feel free, continue to engage us, and we'll try as much as possible to solve your problem, except the financial aid that we cannot give. We are all, Ghana is in trouble, so nobody, when it comes to financial matters, I think keep it to yourself, and we shall all see how we'll help each other. So on this note, I wish everybody well on behalf of the team, a whole lot of them here, the staff, they've done so well putting this together. It's not been easy. And on behalf of the dean, the coordinators, we thank everybody, and we wish to see you soon in our lectures. And let us engage in dialogue, and we can move things forward. Bye-bye to everybody.